The early reviews for Ahsoka are in. They came in a couple days ago when everybody got their pre-screening, such as critics, some YouTubers and content creators got some early access. I watched all those when they came out. I have been a little busy, though, so I'm covering them now, the day before the show comes out. Better late than never, though, so let's hop into what some people are saying and how I feel about it and really what we can look forward to tomorrow night when Ahsoka episodes 1 and 2 come out. So overall, these reviews have been very positive. I've just seen a couple negative things from certain people, and these couple things aren't even really that big of a deal, if you ask me personally. Just based off of the content that we have been getting, they are just small gripes that could have been tweaked to make the episodes perfect, is what I'm gathering. We'll have to see for ourselves, but when 2 episodes of a Star Wars series drop at once, and it has to do with one of the most popular characters in Ahsoka, then that is a win when there's little to nothing to complain about. Now, let's get to the positive first. Something I'm hearing across all these reviews and early screenings is that there's a lot of action, and lightsaber action particularly. I saw one reviewer even go as far as to say there are more lightsaber fights in episode 1 and 2 of Ahsoka than there was in the entirety of the sequel trilogy. Now, whether this was them kind of over-exaggerating or being serious, he still felt the need to make that comparison, which means we are definitely going to get some lightsaber battles. And if they stay true to Ahsoka's fighting form and how she holds herself and her lightsabers in battle, I think we could really be in for some good quality lightsaber battles. We've been in need of those for so long. I'm not bashing on the sequels at all, but I think we can all agree, whether you're a fan or not of the sequels, that the lightsaber duels just weren't really all there. Yes, visually, cinematically, lighting-wise, amazing, beautiful, but choreographed, they were very lackluster. I would say the last decent lightsaber-involved scene we got has to be when Luke appeared in the Mando Season 2 finale and was chopping up Gideon's troopers. If we get something that even comes close to that, that's a win. Let's move on. So not only are we getting some good quality lightsaber fights, I also heard that they really just take a good deep dive into the story. Now, a lot of people are saying this is just a continuation of Star Wars Rebels, the animated series, with the Ahsoka title, and it follows Ahsoka more, obviously, with this new journey she's on. Now, apparently, they just jump right into it. They don't do too much explaining about what Ahsoka's been up to in Mando, Boba, Rebels, anything. I heard they just get straight into it, which at first I was a little worried about, because you don't really want the normie viewer to be turned off from a show in today's climate. But the more I thought about it, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe we really don't need that 10 to 15 minutes of a 45-minute episode explaining 5 to 10 years worth of lore that you could easily catch up on yourself as a viewer, either by, one, watching the series that Ahsoka is involved in, or just watching a summary on YouTube. It's not that hard. I have seen the entirety of Rebels twice, and I even went to go just watch a summary before tomorrow night Ahsoka drops, just so I can get a refresher. I don't want to miss any Easter eggs, any callbacks, anything like that. I want to go in fresh, knowing what's going on. So the fact that they're not going to do a lot of explaining could be seen as a negative, but I'm viewing it more so as a positive. Now, the last 2 great points I'm hearing about these episodes are that the music is beautiful. Star Wars, you can't have Star Wars without music. George Lucas obviously coined the term of this being a space opera, a space soap. You can't have Star Wars without some quality music. I don't think many of the Star Wars shows or movies have failed to hit on the music, except maybe here or there in, I believe it was the Boba Fett show. They got into some weird, techie music. I'm not sure who the composer was or in charge of music in that show, but it did fall slightly flat. Other than that, they have stayed very true to the original themes and orchestra ballads of Star Wars. So if we get anything near that, that is a massive W, and I cannot wait to hear how they translate maybe Ahsoka's theme or bring in a Sabine theme. You never know, or Grand Admiral Thrawn. You never know what they can do with these instruments, and the possibilities are never ending. I'm really excited to hear some of this music, and hopefully it just adds to the atmosphere of the show. Now, the last thing we're going to touch on is that I have heard from multiple reviewers and critics that got their early screenings is that just overall, the show, first 2 episodes hooked them. The story was great. The emotions were there. All the elements just fell into place from what it sounds like. And I even saw a couple people say they shed a tear. Now, why they shed a tear, who knows? Maybe we'll see something crazy, a flashback. Maybe Ahsoka will reference something that gets us, jerking some tears. But just hearing multiple people say that, whether they are casual or a die-hard, hardcore Star Wars fan, that's amazing to hear that it got them to the point where they felt the story moved them enough to shed a tear or feel as if they were ready for the next few episodes. I mean, overall, you can hear that these first 2 episodes rolling out early was great. It definitely generated a lot more hype, for me at least. I think everybody in the Star Wars community, at least from what I've seen on my feeds, can agree. And I am very happy for that. That's what we need in the Star Wars community, is some more hype, some more excitement for this show, because it could really turn things around. And I truly hope the show is just amazing and blows us out of the water, because not only do we as Star Wars fans deserve this, but the character of Ahsoka deserves this. And everything that they're setting up after this deserves it, such as Dave Filoni's film in the theaters, Mando Season 4, if they do a Book of Boba Fett Season 2, the Skeleton Crew show that apparently leads into the Mandoverse movie. They need to hit these nails on the head to get this ball rolling and get people excited for this upcoming film and films to come. So, again, I'm glad to hear that these reviews are mostly positive. I really cannot wait for tomorrow night. I'm going to be staying up, ready to go, have my snacks ready, and I will be dropping reviews right after the episodes air. I hope you guys are just as hyped as me. If you liked the content in this video, please make sure to leave a like. It helps out a lot. Share this video with your friends and hit subscribe. As I said, putting out videos after every episode of Ahsoka and covering everything in between along the way. Thank you for joining me on this ride. May the Force be with you, and thank you so much for watching.